Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and I have a varied vases project with the Vases Builder Punch to share with you. This one actually is a little bit different. It is a folded accordion card, so it starts off like this, and then I don't have my ribbon. Oh. Starts off like this. Don't have my ribbon around it, but ribbon tied, and then opens up inside like this. And you can make this either in the version I showed that has the labels inside. The letters say H-O-M-E for home, so that make it a neat home decor piece. Or it's a really great card that can be done just to have little panels to write different messages on. If you have a group of people who need to write on a card, then that's a great design to use. And then in that case, I would just add some extra whisper white circles inside here so that you could have people write their little messages or signatures or whatever. Anyway, let me give you some tips for scoring this and some tips for assembling and details on how to get those vases set up where you want them, because that can be a little tricky. So grab your supplies and let's get stamping. This project is like one of the jackpots of little pieces, so make sure you keep track of everything. But the main card is 4 inches tall by 11 inches wide, and then I've scored it at 2 1/4 inches, 2 1/4 inches. So each of these panels is 2 1/4, and then that leaves the last one just a little bit smaller. That last one that's smaller is going to be our front. So I'm going to start there and do a zigzag fold here so that we have our card base. Okay. So the panels are going to be filled with the designer series paper. This is all from the Artistic Garden Impressions designer series paper that matches Artistic Impressions. And I'm going to kind of piece these out so the colors are a little bit varied, and then go ahead and attach each of those. So the cardstock here is 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches, so they fit miraculously in those little panels that we've created with our scoring. And you could put any message in here. The die cuts that are included for the Stamps and Mail Club kit say spell out home, or I don't know, what else could you spell with H-O-M-E? I don't think too much. Anyway, you could put any message in there. This is a cool project if you have like a table or something where you like to keep a little decoration. This is a neat project to put out there. Okay, so for our front here, I'm going to start, before I add anything to it, with this stamp, which is actually meant to be a fill stamp, but I kind of like it as like a sparkle background kind of thing. And I'm going to put one at the top corner and one at the bottom corner, and then set that aside. The next thing is I have this lovely lipstick cardstock circle, and that I'm going to go ahead and ink my stamp here in Lovely Lipstick. Don't you love how this sticker is on the inside of the pad now so that you can see what color ink pads you're using? Otherwise they just all kind of look dark. I'm a huge fan. All right, and then to go on the front we have this little banner piece, and I have both of my stamps mounted on the same here. I'm going to start off with my strip. I think I just used this for blueberry bushels. I'll clean it here on my chamois. It's like an ink magnet. I love this thing. And I'm going to ink this in Lovely Lipstick, and then I'll clean it just so I don't get ink all over me. Not like I don't have ink all over me already. And then on the other side, let's see, we better get that out of the way. I'm going to ink my Hoping Your Day Blooms with Happiness, and go ahead and stamp that on there. Okay, so then this is going to get trimmed. It doesn't need to be quite that wide, and I'm going to give it a banner tail here, and you can use the triple banner punch or banner triple punch, or you can just go ahead and cut it with scissors. Then I have some Stampin' Dimensionals, which I will pop kind of towards the center because I want to make sure that they both go onto my lipstick circle there. And then going to go ahead and take 2 more and pop them on the back, and then add my circle here. Now again, you want to make sure they're not way out here, because if they are, then they will stick out behind your circle, so you don't really want that. Okay, so we have our base kind of set up, and then I have 3 circles here, and these are each going to have some flowers stamped on them. So I'm going to set this aside for a second, and then I'm also going to add some vases to it. So we need this tall vase in Call Me Clover, And if you're being efficient, you kind of want to think about where on your stamp that is. Did I really do that in clover? I guess so. Okay, so there it is in clover. So I totally just did it in the wrong place. So what I want to do is do it down there. All right, let's switch that around. So we'll get back to that here in a second. All right, and go ahead and punch that baby. And then I have 2 more vases that I need, one of which is the outline vase here. And this one's going to be done in Blueberry Bushel. And so for that, I'm going to stamp off first. So stamp on my scratch paper and then stamp on my project. And then I'm going to stamp full strength with the outline. Okay, plus or minus there. And then go ahead and punch that guy. There, I did a better job of thinking about where my punch placement should be. All right, and then my last one is this cute little red vase, which is going to be in Lovely Lipstick. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and stamp there at the end and go ahead and punch out. Okay. All right, so that gives us our 3 vases to go along with our 3 circles. And then I'm going to, let's see, we'll kind of order these in the way order they are in my arrangement. And so then I'm going to start adding flowers to them. So the first flower is this fun one here with this sort of side deal. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp the outline here so that it goes all the way across the top. And then, like I said before, stamping off. So stamp once on your scratch paper and then once on your actual project. That gives you the fill-in for your piece there. And then this is going to get put here, and I need the little tiny hello word. There it is. And I'm just going to add a cute little hello here underneath my flowers. So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim this, okay, right across the bottom, and add my vase on Stampin' Dimensionals. If you're feeling brave, you can add your vase before you put this on your card. If you're feeling a little bit more conservative, you might want to put it on your card first and then add your vase. So that would look more like, ooh, I almost made it off the bottom. So good thing I survived that placement there. Like I said, you might want to put your yellow or your white circle on first and then add your vase. Okay, so my next one is going to use a different flower, and that one is going to be stamped in Lovely Lipstick there. And this one I'm going to go ahead and stamp just pretty close to the center actually, and then add the fill-in here, stamp off, and then stamp on your paper. Okay. And this one I'm going to cut on the right side, so I'm just going to kind of trim a straight line across there. And then this is going to get mounted on the next panel of our card. And you want to kind of set it up just to vary the placement just a little bit on where these are sitting. And there's our other vase on the back. Shh, don't tell anyone. And I'm going to pop this vase down here. And again, you don't want to, you could actually overlap this one because it's an external or an exterior fold, but I'm going to keep my vase on the right platform there. And then the last one here is our tulip, and I am going to go ahead and stamp my leaf first. So this is the little tulip leaf, and I'm going to stamp him. And actually, I'm going to flip this over because I think I want my tulip to be more to the right edge of our project. And so then I'm going to add my lipstick here, and I'll go crazy and do the tulip outline first, and then when you fill it in, you know what to do. Stamp off and pop that image on, okay? And then this one, again, I'm going to go ahead and trim so that we have our vase there, and go ahead and mount this. And I think on my sample, I put my flower way up towards the top, but that's okay. You can just do something a little different if you would like. Just make sure you leave room for your vase because this vase is a little bit tall. And pop that on the back. Okay. So there we have our panels, okay? So you could actually do whatever you like with this. You could punch yourself another white circle and put your message there and just say, you know, hope your day blooms with happiness, and have all the panels. Or you can take your letters, which come pre-cut with your Stamps and Mail Club kit for HOME. And these are nicely sized to come with a mini Stampin' Dimensionals. These are cut with the large letters framelits dies, which if you don't have them, they are such a great addition to any stamping collection. I really find myself using them quite a bit. Great for initial cards or you know, little messages on scrapbook pages or whatever you're gonna do. But once you attach those, then you have your finished banner just like this. So folds up, and then you have a piece of 1/8 inch ribbon that you can use to tie around this to finish off your full project. And then there is our banner open. So this is a neat card. On the last part I just put established 1998. My husband and I are celebrating 20 years this summer, so 20-year anniversary. So you could have this as a home decor project, or you could make it as a card and give to someone. All kinds of possibilities for this design. But looking forward to sharing more projects with you soon. Thank you for stamping with me by mail and for watching my video. If you haven't clicked the little bell to be notified when I post new subscriptions, make sure you click the little bell on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, you're not going to hear when I post something new. All right, happy stamping. Thanks so much.